Alright, so the Lightning Perfumer bottle is really fun and really busted, and there's ways of just getting better at it. You know, you can cast it freehand at people. That seems to do pretty well. Also, if you aim it lower and it kind of like crawls along the ground, that does the damage. But you can just do regular targeting. But now I'm here to see how the other perfume bottles work. So we have the Fire Scorpion Charm next to the Talking Spirit on top of the wall. Never mind, that was stupid easy to find. Okay. Now, good way of testing damage is hitting this big dude outside of Volcano Manor because he just actually has enough health to not get immediately one shot. So yeah, we can do like a low hit on him and pretty much just two-shot him on like 2 4K hits. I've seen more, so like let's see what happens if we target him. Alright, I'm just gonna aim for him and see what happens. Oh my god. Okay. The 5K immediate guard break, let's go. Now we gotta change things up just a little bit, put on our new Fire Scorpion Charm, and my Physick. I don't know if I have the Fire Cracked here. Nice. So let's see what the diff is this time, except I got a little too close, a little too quick. I mean, like, he's gonna get boomed. Slightly less damage, but also, like, inflicts madness, I guess. Ow. But, that's comparable damage. Alright, so I want to do some testing. Just like a basic attack with the fire is 969 on the current loadout. Basic attack with the electricity, 1040. So like, the electric just does like more. And that's probably because of the scaling. D faith scaling versus C faith scaling. If it pushes it up to C, I guess on the plus 25, that would actually be insane. No, that doesn't really do anything for the damage. It goes 257, 177, and it stays D. Dex goes to C. So I'm guessing, like, maybe that could push the damage higher. Dex with a B on the Fire Spark. That's actually really insane. And then we have Dex D on the Chilling Perfume bottle with more intellect. That makes sense. Ice is actually treated as magic, so you can't really boost ice damage like you boost fire and electric directly, so you just boost magic damage. And then Dex C on the Deadly Poison. So actually, like, if you want to go big Perfumer build, it's not Faith, it's Dex. Even though the Faith is still fine. Like, you go Lightning Perfume Bottle with Blasphemous Blade. GG easy. Game's over. But then just all B, and I guess it is, like, 5% damage when you're doing thousands. Probably significant. Alright, whatever. We're just gonna max him out and respec into Dex. Alright, I hope this is good enough. Alright, but what does this look like if we just run up and we zap him? Oof. Very similar. So the explosion is kind of different. It's not the same kind of one-shot. And it doesn't, like, lightning. You actually need some distance before you sweet spot it. Alright, let's see what happens if we just, like, space it. Yeah, we got, like, consistent several thousand damage. We still have the Physick, so we can see what the ice looks like, even though it's going to be, like, well under-buffed comparatively. Does inflict frost, though. Doesn't have that, like, staggering power. I guess if you do crack a frost on, like, a weak enemy, it's pretty good. Now, I'm not as equipped for the poison bottle and its physical damage, but it also has its own special attack, so maybe that does something. Alright, so that just poisons everything, including us. And doesn't really do damage. Alright, that's neat. Deadly Poison Spray. Also deadly for us. I did want to test the charge with Wall of Sparks. I mean, it's got some damage, but it's not as crazy as the Rolling Fire. Unless, like, you fully charge it under a dragon or something, and then, like, it multi-hits even better. But being inside of an enemy doesn't seem ideal to do less damage than if you just zap it multiple times with the direct hit. But it really seems like these are great for having some kind of dexterity build where you just need to fill in for some weaknesses. Oh, the boss is weak against magic. I'm just going to bring in the Chilling Perfume bottle, do extra damage, and do all kinds of crazy stuff. I picked all these things up in my playthrough. New Game Plus, let's go again, see what happens. And then you can just kind of like slap it into some kind of other dexterity build and still be fine. But I like having the tank everything and then just zap them build. And even though the Blasphemous Blade is better with Talisman of the Dread because of the AoE increase and no physical drawback, because you have to use the Fire Scorpion Charm to get the most out of the bottles, like, slot this in right here. It's all fire until you don't need it to be. And if you're going up against a fire enemy, you slot in ice. GG easy. Just like that. Alright, so we got an enemy out here. Wasn't expecting the giant dude. But, like, do we just win? Oh, that might be a problem. Or not. So I don't know, like, which one I like using more. Because, like, the fire, it goes pretty hard. But the electric just does more. I don't want to be like, oh, I use the electric first, therefore it's better, I like it more. But kind of seems to be how it goes. Also means you can just stick to Faith build and then just use the electric and you're fine anyways. Like, let's see what we can zap this dude with. Actually, what happens if we aim up and we really get in it? Ow. Oh, I was say, what about that second hit? But really, nothing is a problem. Now, the reason why I came out here is because apparently this is one of the best weapons in the game. You just go Fingerprint Great Shield, and then you poke them and you give Rot build-up, and you can also put an Ash of War that gives it Bleed. Just bleed and rot them from, like, pure strength safety. Still trying to test this out, because when people say aim it at your feet, they mean aim it at your feet and do all the damage at once. Not their feet, not kinda low, towards your feet. At your feet, on the ground. That's apparently the play. So we just saw, like, 5,000 damage. Let's see how much damage we do if we just, like, blast them here. Oh. 3,000, then 5,000. So, like, less. All right, let's see how much we can trivialize this fight. So there's our boy. We'll get that. We'll get this. It probably even goes, like, extra better when you have the Mimic out. But, like, what if we don't have the Mimic? All right, what happens if we just drop this at his feet and we don't get staggered? 2,000 damage. Not bad. We got all of our buffs going. Now we're getting that good damage out. Don't want to be in his stuff, but combos out. Oh, wow, and we staggered a boss by doing nothing. He has fire resistance, so we don't want to use, like, the fire one as much. Die. Oh, there we go. That's the one shot. All right, let's see how we just insta-marget. Oh, wow, he actually just, like, sits there and lets you one-shot him. New game +2, by the way. I mean, the other perfume is cool and all, except for the deadly poison. Maybe that one's just trash, but the lightning bottle just outperforms so much. And then, like, once you just get good at using it, yeah, that's kind of it. I did say in the beginning of the video, you can use it based on typings, and they're still pretty powerful, but it's kind of weird. It feels like I didn't really need to spec off of Faith into Dex, even though the Dex scaling is higher. So, like, what am I missing there? Why is the Fire Spark just not straight up much more damage than the Lightning Perfume Bottle? Also, I've never really done any Dexterity builds. So there could be some kind of upside that I'm missing. I've only done, like, Strength and Faith because they're really brainless. And what makes the Faith build so good is that you can just use the Blasphemous Blade, spam that. You have tons of damage with the Sacred Relic Sword, so you can just rune farm whenever you want. And then you can also use incantations like the Black Blade, which is pretty nice. And when it comes, like, the Blasphemous Blade also gets, like, the super duper mega buff from the Talisman of the Dread. If only that stacked with one of the potions. Like, if Fire Spark worked with Dread, GG, over. So yeah, there we go. I tested out all the Perfumer bottles. They're still really cool and maybe have their own niche use cases. Rolled it straight into New Game Plus, and now I don't really feel like I have to worry about anything where it's like, oh no, did I go in with the wrong build? Just gonna steamroll just as much, and that's the game. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.